Yo, sickle with the sickle. Oh my god, dude. Hey guys, today we are doing something a little bit different and we are going to be putting the YouTuber egos through the Hunger Games. So this is actually a bit of an older trend, but everybody that is on my Ko-Fi will actually see the behind the scenes of me creating all of these. But let me introduce you all of the YouTuber egos that we are going to be competing with today. So we have the Markipliers, Wilfred Warfstache and Darkiplier, Jacksepticeye, which is Jackie Boy Man and Antisepticeye, the guys, because I'm bad at naming things, Playing Gameplays and PewDiePie, FNAF adjacent, Nightmare and Mad Pat, which is Nate Wants to Battle and Mad Pat, and they're both related to Five Nights at Freddy's, so yeah, Unis and Honest from Unis Honest, and then we also have the normal names, which is Chase Brody and Damien. Those are kind of niche. What those are is just Jacksepticeye's character Chase Brody and Markiplier's character Damien. They have normal names, so normal names. And now the rest of the scenes, I completely made up the personas because they don't have them, and I didn't remember enough personas that weren't Markiplier or Jacksepticeye. So our next scene is Cutesy, which is I Has No Cupcake and Lauren Z Evilside. We've got Dudes, which is Dead Nivison and Primesicle, and then we have Nostalgia, which is Doll Frightful and Sophia Nightguard, then Funny Silly Goofy, which is Maya Scary ASMR and Jaden's Scary Nations, Ghoul Grumps, which is Dan and Aaron from the Ghoul Grumps, Bad Guys TM, which is Spooky Guy Gonzalez and Drew Batten. So let's get into it. Also, I did not give them pictures because 1, I'm lazy, and also 2, because half of them are made up, it would be really hard to find pictures. So proceed, let's go. First we start off in the bloodbath. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Dead Nivison runs away from the cornucopia. Damien runs away from the cornucopia. Honest grabs a shield, leaning on the cornucopia. Nightmare runs away from the cornucopia. Blank Gameplays finds a bag full of explosives. Spooky Guy Gonzalez stays at the cornucopia for resources. Drew Batten runs away from the cornucopia. Jaden's Scary Nations runs away from the cornucopia. Ghoul Grump Aaron runs away from the cornucopia. Everybody's so scared in this run. Like, not gonna lie, I had a completely failed recording that shows the behind the scenes because I didn't have my mic turned on. So, woo! I'm stupid. But anyways, Sophia Nightguard runs away from the cornucopia. PewDiePie, Ghoul Grump Dan, I Has No Cupcake, and Antisepticeye share everything they gathered before running. Wilfred Warfstache runs away from the cornucopia. Unis runs away from the cornucopia. Jackie Boy Man takes a handful of throwing knives. Kinda makes sense. Mad Pat runs away from the cornucopia. Lauren Z Evilside and Maya Scary ASMR fight for a bag. Maya Scary ASMR gives up and retreats. Doll Frightful runs away from the cornucopia. Primesicle runs away from the cornucopia. Darkiplier runs away from the cornucopia. Chase Brody runs away from the cornucopia. Dang, nobody died? Why is it called the bloodbath then? Proceed. Day 1. Chase Brody chases Mad Pat. Darkiplier forces Honest to kill Jackie Born Man or PewDiePie. He refuses to kill, so Darkiplier kills him instead. Oh my god, okay. That ramped up pretty quickly, and also I'm pretty sure Honest is Markiplier too, so it's like, you're not cool enough to be a Markiplier ego. That was not the right hand gesture. Lauren Z Evilside overhears Unis and Maya Scary ASMR talking in the distance. Sophia Nightguard makes a wooden spear. Blank Gameplays and Dead Nivison split up to search for resources. I didn't even know they were together. I forgot. Primesicle runs away from Damien. Jaden's Scary Nations discovers a river. Is it a good river or a bad river, though? Wilfred Warfstache steals from Nightmare while he isn't looking. That checks out. Drew Batten thinks about home. Delightful receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Ghoul Grump's Aaron receives a clean water from an unknown sponsor. Antisepticeye overhears Spooky Guy Gonzalez and Ghoul Grump Dan talking in the distance. Everybody's all stalkers. I Has No Cupcake receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Okay, proceed. Only Honest has died so far. Proceed. Night 1. I Has No Cupcake and Darkiplier sleep in shifts. Jaden's Scary Nations dies from hypothermia. Already? What kind of island are they on? First they find a river, and now hypothermia. Is it just like super cold? Is it? Now I'm imagining like a winter scene. Like, if anybody's seen the Markiplier animation for Damien, that's like what I'm imagining right now. Sophia Nightguard and Nightmare tell stories about themselves to each other. Antisepticeye sees a fire, but stays hidden. Doll Frightful destroys Ghoul Grump Dan's supplies while he is asleep. Drew Batten tries to treat his infection. Unis throws a knife into blank Gameplay's chest. Okay, so I guess this is a theme for this one, is like the Sonas going after each other. Like, okay. Well, obviously they're all Sonas going after each other, but I mean of the same person, you know what I mean. Lauren Z Evil Side thinks about home. Maya Scary ASMR, Jackie Boy Man, Crime Sickle, and Wilfred Wharfstash sleep in shifts. Mad Pat receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Dead Nevison and Chase Brody tell stories about themselves to each other. Spooky Guy Gonzalez tries to treat his infection. Damien poisons PewDiePie's drink, but mistakes it for his own and dies. Good job, man. Ghoul Grump Aaron cooks his food before putting his fire out. Okay, so that's the fire that Antisepticeye saw. My entire goal is to see Antisepticeye and darkiplier fight. I want that to happen at some point. So, heart of the cards, baby, heart of the cards. Let's do this. Day 2. Darkiplier goes hunting. Lauren Z Evil Side and Maya Scary ASMR, the girls, fight Chase Brody and Unis. Lauren Z Evil Side and Maya Scary ASMR survive. Woman power, let's go. Nightmare tends to Mad Pat's wounds. Alright, team members, makes sense. Crime Sickle sets an explosive off, killing Jackie Boy Man, Spooky Guy Gonzalez, Doll Frightful, and Antisepticeye. Okay, so the Jacksepticeye team is completely eliminated, and also that means that I can't get my Darkiplier versus Antisepticeye match. Frick you, Crime Sickle. And also everybody that says that I look similar to him. What the heck, guys? Wilfred Wharfstash stalks Dead Nevison. Ghoul Grump Aaron explores the area. Sophia Nightguard camouflages herself in the bushes. Makes sense, she probably bought 3 different versions off of Instagram ads. I Has No Cupquake questions her sanity. Ghoul Grump Dan and PewDiePie work together for the day. Interesting. We still have both Ghoul Grumps. I haven't seen them interact. Drew Baden picks flowers. Bro is just chilling. Proceed. Oh man, we had 9 people die so far. So, Jaden Scarymations, Blank Gameplays, Damien, Chase Brody, Unis, Jackie Boy Man, Spooky Guy Gonzalez, Doll Frightful, and Antisepticeye. Gone. So that is so many people. Night 2. Sophia Nightguard passes out from exhaustion. I can't tell if that means she's dead or not, so we'll see. Lauren Z Evil Side starts a fire. Wilfred Wharfstash is awoken by nightmares. Mad Pat and Nightmare run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Man, these guys are just bros. They're the bros of the century in this. Maya Scary ASMR looks at the night sky. Drew Baden lets Ghoul Grump Aaron into his shelter. Ghoul Grump Dan fends Dead Nevison, Darkiplier, and Crime Sickle away from his fire. Bro's getting jumped. PewDiePie receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor, and I Has No Cupquake is awoken by nightmares. I could have sworn PewDiePie was gone by now. Day 3. Lauren Z Evil Side is pricked by thorns while picking berries. That's rude. Nightmare collects fruit from a tree. Wilfred Wharfstash makes a wooden spear. Drew Baden chases Dead Nevison. It looks like everybody's just hungry. I Has No Cupquake searches for a water source. Mad Pat, Darkiplier, Maya Scary ASMR, and Ghoul Grump Aaron hunt for other tributes. That's a scary group. Sophia Nightguard receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor, probably also bought off of Instagram ads. PewDiePie collects fruit from a tree. Crime Sickle and Ghoul Grump Dan split up to search for resources. Okay, that makes sense. They know each other in real life, so that's cool. And then proceed. No cannon shots died, so makes up for the 9. Let's proceed. Night 3. Dead Nevison overpowers Maya Scary ASMR, killing her. Okay, right off the bat. Laura C. Evil Side cries herself to sleep. Nightmare thinks about winning. Okay. Winning. I'm so cringe. Okay. Crime Sickle kills Darkiplier with a sickle. Yo, sickle with the sickle. Oh my god. Dude, that actually fits so well. That's actually wild. And also, crazy that I wanted Darkiplier and Antisepticeye to fight, and then Crimesicle kills both. Like, what the hell? Frick Crimesicle. Watch him win. I'd be so upset. Guys, you're gonna see me crash out for the first time ever on this channel. Wilfred Wharfstash receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Sophia Nightguard falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Mad Pat attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful. I Has No Cupquake tries to treat her infection. Ghoulgrump Aaron screams for help. The fact that Sophia died by a frozen lake makes me think that this still is like a wintry arena. Drew Baden, Ghoulgrump Dan, and PewDiePie sleep in shifts. Now we're on to day 4. Mad Pat diverts Dead Niveson's attention and runs away. Wilfred Wharfstash receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. PewDiePie overhears Drew Baden and I Has No Cupquake talking in the distance. Ghoulgrump Aaron unknowingly eats toxic berries. That checks out for him. I watch the Grumps like every now and then, like 10-minute power hour, and the thing that man just puts in his mouth, like, wild. Ghoulgrump Dan steals from Lauren's evil side while she isn't looking. Crimesicle searches for firewood, and Nightmare attempts to climb a tree but falls to his death. Why have we had so many accidents? Like, we've had so many accidental deaths more than anything. Anyways, proceed. 5 fallen tributes. Maya Scary ASMR, Darkiplier, Sophia Nightguard, Ghoulgrump Aaron, and Nightmare. I don't think we have an entirety of one team anymore. I don't think we do. I should have checked the statuses, but whatever. Ghoulgrump Dan, Lauren's evil side, and Wilfred Wharfstash sleep in shifts. PewDiePie receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. I Has No Cupquake tracks down and kills Dead Niveson. Drew Baden thinks about winning. Crimesicle silently snaps Mad Pat's neck. Why is he so violent? Jesus. Okay, proceed. The feast. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. PewDiePie and Crimesicle fight I Has Cupquake and Ghoulgrump Dan. PewDiePie and Crimesicle survive. So, I Has No Cupquake and Ghoulgrump Dan, gone. Drew Baden kills Wilfred Wharfstash with his own weapon, so that hatchet that he got gifted, he's gone. Lauren's evil side bleeds out due to untreated injuries, so she's gone. So the only people that we have left is PewDiePie, Crimesicle, Drew Baden, and I think that's it. So that's 3 left from the feast. Proceed. Oh, okay. But just like that? Just like that? Day 5. Drew Baden falls into a frozen lake and drowns. PewDiePie bashes Crimesicle's head against a rock several times. Just like that? Just like that? Dead Niveson, Mad Pat, I Has No Cupquake, Ghoulgrump Dan, Wilfred Wharfstash, Lauren's evil side, Drew Baden, and Crimesicle. He wins? No way. No way. I call a rematch. We're doing this all over again. Let's run this back one more time. Time to re-simulate. Let's go. We're doing this one more time. Other settings? Let's see. I want to see something. Arena events enabled. Endgame probability, always. Endgame trigger, use districts. And then endgame start and end. Night 50. I did not have enough things happen for night 50. Let's do a very high death rate. I want to see what happens when I do that. So let's re-simulate with this. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Crimesicle runs away from the cornucopia. Damien rips a mace out of Lauren's evil side's hands. Spooky Guy Gonzalez runs away from the cornucopia. Chase Brody grabs a backpack and retreats. Sophia Nightguard rips a mace out of Drew Baden's hands. Antisepticeye runs away from the cornucopia. PewDiePie runs away from the cornucopia. Darkiplier grabs a sword. I Has No Cupquake snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag. New option alert. Honest runs away from the cornucopia. Wilfred Wharfstash grabs a shield, leaning on the cornucopia. Deadnivison takes a spear from inside the cornucopia. I'm going to say cornucopia 5 million times, let's go. Blank Gameplays and Maya Scary ASMR fight for a bag. Blank Gameplays gives up and retreats. Ghoulgrump Aaron runs away from the cornucopia. Jaden Scarymations and Ghoulgrump Dan fight for a bag. Jaden Scarymations gives up and retreats. Unis grabs a sword. Natemare finds a bag full of explosives. Doll Frightful runs away from the cornucopia. Mad Pat falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Alright, I think that's the first death. Jackie Boy Man runs away from the cornucopia. Proceed. And now we're on to day 1 with extreme death as the option. So, Wilfred Wharfstash forces Chase Brody to kill Antisepticeye or Spooky Guy Gonzalez. He decides to kill Spooky Guy Gonzalez. Bro, he always gets killed, like, pretty fast. In mine. Like, he always gets murdered for some reason. Deadnivison, Sophia Nightguard, Jaden Scarymations, and Drew Batten hunt for other tributes. Maya Scary ASMR chases Blank Gameplays. Ghoulgrump Dan hunts for other tributes. Honest questions his sanity. I Has No Cupquake receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Ghoulgrump Aaron diverts Darkiplier's attention and runs away. Unis, Doll Frightful, and Jackie Boy Man start fighting. But Doll Frightful runs away as Unis kills Jackie Boy Man. Damien steals from Lauren's evil side while she isn't looking. Sneaky, sneaky! Natemare searches for a water source. PewDiePie is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Crimesicle thinks about home. Yeah, you freaking evil criminal. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Mad Pat, Spooky Guy Gonzalez, and Jackie Boy Man. We have 21 people left. Proceed. And now we go into night 1. Drew Batten and Deadnivison huddle for warmth. Sophia Nightguard bashes Doll Frightful's head against a rock several times. Okay. Lauren Z Evilside climbs a tree to rest. Blank Gameplays and PewDiePie talk about the tributes still alive. I'm really trying to manifest, like I'm fully aligning everything to get my Antisepticeye versus Darkiplier battle. It needs to happen. Blank Gameplays and PewDiePie talk about the tributes still alive. Unis kills Darkiplier while he's sleeping. I'm sad. Honest stays awake all night. Wilfred Wharfstash, Damien. You know what? This doesn't even matter anymore. I'm gonna do something. You know what? I want, you know what? I don't care. This is what's happening. I don't care. You know what? I want my Markiplier versus Jacksepticeye fight. I'm gonna get my Markiplier versus Jacksepticeye fight. And that's what's gonna happen. You know that? It's gonna happen because this is my channel. I'm going to make every single team either Darkiplier or Antisepticeye, and these guys are gonna fight. And whoever has more kills combined by the end of it is the winner. Because once again, this is my channel. This is gonna be so stupid. It's actually hilarious though. They're trying to keep me from being funny. They don't want me to commit to the bit, but they can't stop me. Submit. Alright, let's proceed. Darkiplier runs away from the cornucopia. Antisepticeye finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Darkiplier and Antisepticeye fight for a bag. Antisepticeye gives up and retreats. Darkiplier runs away from the cornucopia. Antisepticeye and Darkiplier fight for a bag. Darkiplier gives up and retreats. Darkiplier snatches a pair of sais. Antisepticeye runs away from the cornucopia. Antisepticeye finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Darkiplier runs away from the cornucopia. Darkiplier runs away from the cornucopia. Antisepticeye runs away from the cornucopia. Darkiplier runs away from the cornucopia. Antisepticeye and Antisepticeye fight for a bag. Antisepticeye gives up and retreats. Antisepticeye and Darkiplier work together to drown Darkiplier. Antisepticeye finds a bow, some arrows, and a quiver. Darkiplier runs away from the cornucopia. Darkiplier runs away from the cornucopia. Antisepticeye snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag. Antisepticeye finds a bow, some arrows, and a quiver. I sound so insane. Guys, keep up with me. Proceed. Day 1. Darkiplier steals from Antisepticeye while he isn't looking. Darkiplier is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Antisepticeye runs away from Antisepticeye. Antisepticeye accidentally detonates a landmine while trying to arm it. Darkiplier bleeds out due to untreated injuries. Darkiplier receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Antisepticeye injures himself. Darkiplier makes a wooden spear. Antisepticeye searches for a water source. Darkiplier makes a slingshot. Antisepticeye sets an explosive off, killing Darkiplier and Darkiplier. Two Darkipliers. Darkiplier camouflages himself in the bushes. Antisepticeye begs for Antisepticeye to kill him. He refuses, keeping Antisepticeye alive. Antisepticeye searches for a water source. Antisepticeye runs away from Darkiplier. Antisepticeye is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Darkiplier practices her archery. I also didn't change the pronouns. How many times do I say Antisepticeye and Darkiplier in this video? Somebody calculate that, please. 5 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Darkiplier, Antisepticeye, Darkiplier, Darkiplier, Darkiplier. So mostly Antisepticeyes are alive right now. Proceed. Darkiplier, Antisepticeye, Darkiplier, and Antisepticeye sleep in shifts. Antisepticeye, Darkiplier, and Darkiplier sleep in shifts. Antisepticeye climbs a tree to rest. Antisepticeye, 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 and Antisepticeye sleep in shifts. Darkiplier is awoken by nightmares. Antisepticeye receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Antisepticeye tends to his wounds. Darkiplier thinks about home. Darkiplier defeats Antisepticeye in a fight, but spares his life. I thought I put crazy death mode, or did it reset? Darkiplier screams for help. Antisepticeye chases Antisepticeye. Darkiplier injures himself. Darkiplier injures himself. Darkiplier and Antisepticeye split up to search for resources. You're supposed to be killing each other! Darkiplier sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Darkiplier goes hunting. Darkiplier, Antisepticeye, and Darkiplier hunt for other tributes. Antisepticeye, Antisepticeye, and Darkiplier hunt for other tributes. Antisepticeye tries to spearfish with a trident. Antisepticeye diverts Antisepticeye's attention and runs away. Antisepticeye attacks Antisepticeye, but he manages to escape. Dude, these guys are killing each other more than they are, like, wolf mutts are let loose in the arena. Okay. Darkiplier survives. Darkiplier knocks Antisepticeye out and leaves him for the wolf mutts. Antisepticeye is eaten by wolf mutts. Darkiplier survives. Antisepticeye survives. Antisepticeye survives. Darkiplier pushes Darkiplier into a pack of wolf mutts. Antisepticeye survives. Darkiplier knocks Antisepticeye out and leaves him for the wolf mutts. Antisepticeye is eaten by wolf mutts. As Antisepticeye and Antisepticeye fight, a pack of wolf mutts show up and kill them both. Antisepticeye is crushed by a pack of wolf mutts. Darkiplier survives. Antisepticeye survives. Darkiplier survives. Proceed. 8 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Antisepticeye, Antisepticeye, Darkiplier, Antisepticeye. Oh man, and then the rest, Antisepticeye, Antisepticeye, Antisepticeye. So we only got 1 Darkiplier death on that one, so that's wild. So we're kind of evening out now. Let's see everyone's status. We have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Darkipliers alive. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 Antisepticeyes alive. So, interesting. Alright, proceed. Night 2. Antisepticeye, Darkiplier, Antisepticeye, and Darkiplier sleep in shifts. Darkiplier screams for help. Darkiplier screams for help. That's a new one, and also creepy that it happened twice. Darkiplier cooks his food before putting his fire out. Darkiplier tracks down and kills Antisepticeye. Antisepticeye shoots an arrow into Darkiplier's head. Proceed. The Feast. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. Darkiplier accidentally steps on a landmine. Antisepticeye decides not to go to the feast. Darkiplier tracks down and kills Darkiplier. Darkiplier sets an explosive off, killing Darkiplier and Antisepticeye. So we're 3 left. Or 2 left. 1, 2, yeah. 2 left. Oh my gosh. Antisepticeye and Darkiplier decide to work together to get more supplies. Proceed. Darkiplier forces Darkiplier to kill Darkiplier or Antisepticeye. He decides to kill Darkiplier. Okay. Antisepticeye makes a wooden spear. So we have 1, 2, 3. So now we only have 2 Darkipliers and 2 Antisepticeyes, it looks like. Proceed. 7 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. 1 Antisepticeye, 1 Darkiplier, 2 Darkiplier, 3 Darkiplier, 4 Darkiplier, 2 Antisepticeye, 5 Darkiplier. Damn. Okay, proceed. Antisepticeye taints Darkiplier's food, killing him. Darkiplier destroys Antisepticeye's supplies while he's asleep. So now there's 2 Antisepticeyes and 1 Darkiplier. Let's see. Darkiplier stalks Antisepticeye. Antisepticeye discovers a cave. 1 cannon shot can be heard in the distance for the 1 Darkiplier. So, again, 1 Darkiplier, 2 Antisepticeyes. Proceed. 1 of the Antisepticeyes dies from hunger, and then the other one dies just trying to escape the arena. Proceed. The winner is Antisepticeye from Jacksepticeyes. It doesn't even end in a big battle. Oh my god, it's so anticlimactic. Okay, proceed. Now we have to actually calculate and do some math. So let's see who had the most kills, because Antisepticeye technically won that way, but I want to see who is the most violent, so give me a second. Although Antisepticeye won, it looks like there was a total of 5 total kills from an Antisepticeye, and then let's see, and then 9 total for Darkiplier. So although Antisepticeye won in the end, Darkiplier was the one that was the most violent. So what have we learned today, kids? What was the point of this? But anyways, that is it for today. I just honestly, like, it was a change of pace. Like, it literally just popped into my mind to do this, like, right before recording. I was gonna record something completely different, and I thought this was gonna be funny. So let me know down in those comments how you feel about this video. I might do some that are pretty similar in the future if you guys like it. And if you do like the video, obviously hit that like button, because that gives me that sweet, sweet dopamine to keep making these videos. If you want to see even more of them, you can hit that subscribe button. Am I close? I'm almost close to 1,000 subscribers. I'm excited. Yay! And then also, if you want to support me making videos in a monetary way, then you can check out my Ko-Fi, which thank you to Ashmokeen and HeckDied23 for being members. You guys are so awesome, and like I said, I also have the, like, behind the scenes, no audio because my mic was off, of me just, like, messing around and making the characters for today. So I just thought that was super funny. That's on my Ko-Fi if you remember. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and if I do end up doing something with YouTuber egos, do you think I should put myself in? What do you think my, like, evil Sona name would be? Let me know. But yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye! What made me think crime sickle?